What up guys, it's George here with another video. So on today's video, I'm going to talk about the hardest part about being an Amazon delivery driver. So there's only two things for me, that's the hardest part, okay? So number one is the loading part. The loading part in the morning time always give me just a little bit of stress, just because in the hub that I work at, we only get 10 minutes to load up. And most of the time I get about 3 racks, which sometimes takes a little bit longer than 10 minutes, what I think. But the good thing about that is about loading park in my hub is that some associates, the Amazon associate, do help you sometimes. And sometimes when you're loading up and another driver is already finished, they can actually do help you. But for me, that is the hardest part of one of the hardest part about being an Amazon deliverer is just the loading part. I don't really I don't like it that much. I mean, I'm getting better and better, but it's just not my favorite thing about being an Amazon delivery driver. So number two is when you're doing a new route and you have no idea what this route is about. It's another part of being an Amazon delivery driver I do not like is when they put you at a new route and you don't know what the route is. And so sometimes I do ask another driver if he or she done this route before, and if they did, I try to get some tips from them, or try to get the feel of what kind of route it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to go ask a dispatcher, like, hey, how do you do this route? Because most dispatchers, they've been, they were actually, most dispatchers still do delivery, but they spend most of their time in the in the office or at the hub. But most dispatchers have done all the routes. I think that's what one of the dispatcher told me, that they've done all the route and they got tired of it, so they wanted to be a dispatcher. So it's good to ask other drivers if they've done a particular route before, especially if you never done the route before. It's good to ask other drivers if they've done it before. So that's just the two things that the hardest thing about this job is just those two for me, just the loading part and doing a new route. I heard about I mean, there's other people that don't like, other delivery drivers, they don't like the weather, especially if you're like in California, especially in Southern California. The weather it's pretty much like the same. It's the same throughout the year. I mean, summertime is gonna be hotter. Like this time is summertime, so the weather is gets really hot, and a lot of drivers don't like that. Some people do. Myself, I like this weather. I mean, you burn more calories, but I mean, sometimes it gets irritating when it's too hot, but you protect yourself by wearing all the sunscreen. Make sure you have a hat because you don't want to burn the top of your head. You do all the necessary thing to make sure that you don't get overheat or just get irritated by the heat. It's good to drink a lot of water also. So that's one of the other reasons people don't like about this job. I mean, one of the hardest thing about this job. There's also, you're working too many hours. And people are forced to work that many hours because they need to make that much money, so they force themselves to work a lot of hours and a lot of days, and those are like another hard part of being an Amazon deliverer. You're just working all the time. So I mean, though, like working a lot of hours, you can cut those down so you don't have to stress yourself out working too many days and too many hours. There's also I don't know, people just don't like this job, but they do it because they need to make money. So anyways, I mean, those two for me, the loading part and doing a new route is the hardest part about being an Amazon delivery driver for me. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.